Hey gardeners, July 7th today, 2019. We're going to do a fig tasting. This is not the first time I've tried this fig variety. This is a Chicago Hâtive. It's a nice variety for growing in the desert, even though it's known to be quite a robust tree when it comes to cold. You can see the birds. Birds have already snacked on quite a few of these. We have a really nice climate for growing figs here in the Phoenix, Arizona area, but you will tend to battle ants and birds. This is a closed-eye variety, so technically ants should not be able to penetrate the eye. However, we have very small sugar-type ants that can. Generally, what happens though is a bird will peck a hole in it, and then the ants will go to town. I happen to find one that looks like it's about ripe. This is a smaller type fig. It is drooping. Okay, I'm excited on this one. This is a grafted Hâtive d'Argenteuil. This was put on in spring, scion from Hâtive, and getting my first ripe fruit. You can see it's drooping. I'll go ahead and grab one of those. So on the left here, Hâtive d'Argenteuil. I don't know a whole lot about this fig. There isn't much information online. It's known to be very hardy, can take the sun, does especially well in the desert. Dry climates, the skin can take the sun. Has a slightly open eye on it. The neck has some thickness to it, but not the thickest I've seen. This is newly grafted, so the leaves aren't going to be representative of what a mature plant will do, but this seems to be the most common shape. Over here on the right is the Chicago Hâtive. Very popular variety, very easy to get. Closed eye. Both of these figs have purple skin to them. This one has more of a stem, not really a neck to it. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh them. The HDA is coming in at 22 grams. Clearly this is a very early ripening fig. Kind of a light berry coloring on this. I don't see any nectar inside. However, we've been very dry here in the Phoenix area. We're missing our monsoonal moisture because of our cold winter. Things seem to be a little delayed here. So the figs are used to getting downpours of rain during July. So some of them are looking a little dry. This one's still certainly moist and ripened, but in the fall, when it's cooler and we get more moisture, the figs tend to develop that nectar in the eye. Okay, here's the Chicago Hâtive. That one's smaller, it's 16 grams. These tend to be quite small. These are not known to be large figs. Okay, on to the tasting. The Hâtive d'Argenteuil. Wow, it's very rich, very complex. The pulp on the inside is more gelatinous. I don't get much seed crunch at all. If any, it reminds me of a Violet de Bordeaux. It's rich. It's not so sugary. Not one berry stands out. It's on par with complexity of like an LSU Scots Black. There's some acidity to it. Almost has kind of a wine flavor to it. You know, like a nice Bordeaux. Very full of flavor. Onto the Chicago Hâtive. Chicago Hâtive for sure. Sweeter, the skin thinner, and you don't get any kind of acidic flavor from Chicago Hâtive. Similar, doesn't have a whole lot of seed crunch. The pulp is definitely thick on it. Thumbs up on both of them. Both great choices. Early ripeners do well in our climate. They're adaptable, they do well in other climates as well. So can't go wrong with those. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.